against the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see the Bears sure-handed wide.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Bears now. No introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two for him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. But, Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss him, but they just say, get well. We'll hold the fort until you get back, and the next person steps up into that void. This team has done a nice job all year long. No excuses, just performance.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. You look at the defense for these Texans. This crew against the pass, issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for Chicago.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Lambert. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of. They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing here, Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 4 touchdowns, 2 rushing, 2 receiving.
So Deuce is wild, huh?
Absolutely.
Probably should have gotten 2 checks for this game, right? 1 for the running backs, 1 for the wide receivers. Could carry home a nice little pile of cash.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. They go play action with Richardson. Looking left sideline, it's complete. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
And even though this is a top 5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The Texans at 11-3 on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late, winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually. But over 100 yards again last week, they're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. 2nd and 9. Richardson to throw off play action. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Richardson to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. We should mention the goal line with a great game he had last week. He was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Robinson again. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Bijan Robinson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offense. He tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Extra point try now for Moody. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines throwing for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And some room to roam now. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Chicago. George Kittle, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math in the tournament, and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Richardson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. You look at this Bears defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it. Now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now Landry. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now they show jet sweep it instead, a run up the middle here. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Well, this defense for the Texans, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here comes the Bears punter now. as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt dead.
Texans football to start Q2, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Come on.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. He's the reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Off play action. Richardson. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Offense was moving a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Delay of game, Austin.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Richardson back to throw it. This pass caught. It's Woods. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 41-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. Richardson off the play fake. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. Now Richardson. And that is incomplete.
Well, it looked like they marched to the end zone and set a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Richardson looking to throw. He finds Robinson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans are able to widen their advantage. Moody good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw. Quick slant, that's caught by the 5'11" Landry. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's Purdy. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. 23 yards the pickup there.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Bacon, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. I have a theory about it. You want to hear?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking is so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive. Good returns on the last drive. He hit the end zone for the 2nd time. Good returns in this first half, really.
Yeah, good returns for his team. Really good returns for the guy. You know where I'm
fantasy.
Going. Darn right. Those fantasy guys who have him on their team, they're rejoicing right now, and they have a high expectation that what they've seen already will continue.
More. You talk about fantasy a lot, but you don't. Why don't you just play? You know,
I'm not good enough to play the fantasy game. I enjoy watching.
You're an analyst. You're an expert.
I mean, you were a champ last year. Keep it up.
5th place.
Okay. Well, that's a champ in my book.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now Richardson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Richardson eluding the pressure right. This is caught. It's Woods. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 2nd down and 3. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Bears are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself not just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Purdy. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Shotgun now with Purdy. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half. Here's 2nd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Here's a diving catch right side. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
A final shot before the half. Richardson dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broad. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. We've got a close game.
Carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On third down, Robinson. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. Pick up a 3 that leaves him with 4th and 1.
But a good play is made on defense. Oftentimes, leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned. All the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they're able to stop him short of the first down.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
He's had success running the football. This is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to make it 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Going for it on 4th, Richardson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Purdy. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Richardson looking to throw this. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Reek Rulon. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, Charles, just... frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the 2nd half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
The Bears now ready to take over again. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Purdy tosses out wide, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
With it is Jackson. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Off play action. Richardson. The other day they take us one out 4 and 5 as we have to be able to convert. I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Richardson on 4th down. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Richardson off the play fake. And his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Richardson to throw off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And Richardson yet again. Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 140 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Robinson will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now Richardson going to shift things up. Robinson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Moody good with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game.
35. Bears 16. Jake Moody to kick off.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Back to the air on second down. Purdy got a man, and he hits him in stride. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. He may go. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Elliott good on the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
And you'd have to figure, he got the ball quite a bit last drive. You see the numbers, that now they're looking to chew some clock. He's going to get it even more here.
I would think so, because they have momentum going in their direction. They moved the ball that way on their last drive, and you know they're trying to lock this game down. But also, don't be surprised if they mix in a few passes along the way as well, so they can't just totally key on him on this drive.
Interesting. We'll see if that happens. Either way, looking to hold this lead. Let's see if they can do it.
The end result, 21 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Play action. Now Richardson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Richardson. This pass caught. It's Woods. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw, as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll audible to something else.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. A give left side to Robinson. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Richardson looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown! Bijan Robinson. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Moody good with the extra point.
And that will make this a 19-point game.
23. Jake Moody to kick off.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Powering his way forward. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And they're going to speed things up here.
That's good. We're on Bears.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in.
And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. Purdy sets up to throw again.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
Purdy, big 4th down play.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game.
And they will score. Big 6 for a Bears touchdown. Elliott on for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Come on.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now 2nd and 5. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
They go play action with Richardson.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Now 1st and goal. To throw is Purdy. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they take a knee.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 3rd down.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
It's a no-score zone right here. No-score zone. Hold it ready.
They'll run this one right with Robinson. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because